Today on First Cup, I'm gonna tell you some jokes because it's Friday, and then we're gonna talk about the weekend and stuff like that. So stick around. We roll in 15. Okay, coffee. Dish. What is this? There's just stuff everywhere. So much stuff. 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Today is Friday. It is October 29th, 2021. My name is Jeremy, and this is my first cup of coffee. And good morning to you, Stacy. Good morning to all of you. I hope you're having a great morning already. Maybe it just started. Maybe you're up for hours. I don't know what's going on, but I want to thank you for being here. If you're here watching live, awesome. But if you're watching later, also awesome. What if you're listening later? Also awesome. I'm just happy that you're willing to spend part of your day with me. It really means the world to me. Good morning, Dennis. Dennis says, never settle for anything less than Friday. Woo. Good morning, Jenny. Look at all my friends coming in. You know, this is one of the best parts about First Cup is that just the vibe that we've created. Good morning, Daniel. People either come in as friends or very quickly become friends. Because let's face it, you can't spend this much time with someone first thing in the morning and not build a bond. Right? You ever think back? You know, I don't think any of us are still getting on a school bus. Think back to early days. You're going to school, you get on a bus or, homeroom or whatever. And think of those people that you were around before you were fully awake. Didn't you build a bond with them? Now, doesn't mean they all remain friends. Doesn't mean you liked every one of them. But I think there's something to be said for those people that you spent a good amount of time with while you're half asleep. Good morning, Frank. So, how was your Thursday? My Thursday was pretty good. Got a lot of work done. Yeah, free training day is moving along. I approved a post that Andrew put in for the first time ever in free training day history. We have multiple walk-toable lunch options that are giving you a discount. Why? Because Andrew asked, and he's awesome, and they said yes. One of them, this great barbecue place that he's vouching for, even said, you're bringing how many people in? We're normally closed then, but we'll open up for you. And they're giving everybody $1 off their order. So we'll be distributing those coupons at free training day. This thing is shaping up, man. I am super pumped. We're just gonna keep adding stuff. We're gonna keep adding stuff. It looks like there's a group dinner coming. No, I'm not paying for everyone. But there's an option that we're working right now where everybody can order their own food, pay their own food, but we can all be in the same spot. So that we should have some more information on that today. I got to rework the schedule a little bit. What else going on today? Speaking of today, today's Friday. Friday. Woo! I got 3 client meetings, 2 over Zoom, 1 in person. I'll be heading up to Burlington. I might pack some more stuff to send off to Amazon this morning. I think I can do that quickly. Got some emails and some other stuff for some client work going on. There's a with the exception of free training day, none of the plates that I'm spinning right now are particularly large and heavy, but there are a lot of them. And of course, the more you're working on, the more likely something is going to go weird. Something's going to go awry. Right now, I'm dealing with somebody that we hired who's like, no, I don't want to do it for that much money. And I'm like, okay, then just send me the money back. They're like, no. Well, those are your options. Fortunately, we use a web service as a third party, so we won't lose the money. But, you wake up to emails like, how about I do this instead for that much money? I'm like, no, that's not what you agreed upon when I clicked the button. So Dana says, so happy the menu change is working out for you, man. It's working out in every way other than the fact that it's far away. That's fine. I'm used to free training day being one and done. Like I get up, I roll out of bed, I go, kind of like this. I throw some stuff in the car, drive, get there. People show up, we train, sweep the floor, go out to eat, come home, go to bed at like 6:30 because I'm exhausted. Yes, I think I've started passing out like pre-7 every year. But this year involves hotels. And that's okay. It's going to involve hotels for a lot of people. But it's going to be a good time. I'm pumped for it. Sweep the floor, not the leg. Well, you can do both. If you've never swept a leg with a broom, well, then you're not thinking creatively enough with a broom. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Every time somebody says something like this, it reminds me of this. I have all of these ridiculous ideas for competing in a conventional martial arts tournament that I want to do. One of them would be sweeping the ring as part of a form. Just and then using the broom as kind of a bow, kind of like a bow eku sort of a thing. Good morning, Eric. Hope you are well. Hey, just a reminder, those of you who come through, any of the likes or the thumbs ups or the hearts or whatever you can drop on the platform you're watching does help spread the show. It is for those of you who enjoy First Cup, it is the quickest, easiest thing you can do to support. If you want to support in other ways, the next two best ones, got the Patreon, patreon.com/whistlekick, or the code FirstCup15 at whistlekick.com. You can buy anything. You can buy anything over there. Anything that we have. Dana says the only acceptable follow-up in my head to, I've said this before and I'll say it again, is I love being a turtle. Maybe I'll go as a Ninja Turtle for Halloween. I don't have any. Thank you. A bunch of you just hit thumbs up and like and everything. You rock. Appreciate it. I don't think I'm doing anything for Halloween. Halloween as a single adult with no kids in your 40s, right? Like I should have penned. I'm not in my 20s. Becomes a little challenging. I was invited to one party. I am not attending that party because also attending that party are a number of people that I have zero desire to spend time with. These are not good people. Sadly, we have a lot of mutual friends. So I'm just not going to go. What am I doing instead? Oh, let me tell you, it's going to be so much fun. I'll be driving to Maine, doing a quick trip to bring another load of my father's stuff back here. So it went well last time. It'll go super easy this time. It's just because everything's boxed up. It's already boxed up. I just got to put it in the car. Looks like I'm going to stop, have lunch with a friend after. I'll get back here and who knows, hang out. Daniel says, my partner and I started heading to the cinema for a film every Halloween. I think this year is going to be Blade. Yes, the first one. Oh, super cool. That's actually a great idea. Maybe I'll go see. People are saying great things about Dune. I want to see the new Bond. I really like Daniel Craig as Bond. And I think this is his last one. Maybe I'll do that. All right, let's start digging into the jokes. We got jokes. Thank you in part to Frank. I haven't looked at everybody's Facebook stuff, so I'm not sure if other people added jokes, but we'll find out soon enough. Come on, phone. All right. The jokes for Funday Friday. Sunday is Halloween. What's it like being kissed by a vampire? It's a pain in the neck. Oh, I'm crouching too much. I'm like falling out of frame. Hey, camera, can you? There we go. It's a little better. Where do ghosts go on holiday? The Bahamas. What sound do witches make when they eat cereal? Snap, crackle, and pop. What did one ghost say to the other? Get a life. Where do fashionable ghosts shop? At a boutique. How do you know vampires love baseball? They turn into bats every night. Why are ghosts so bad at telling lies? Because you can see right through them. Where do baby ghosts go during the day? Day scare. Nice. Apparently, Dune is an epic experience. Using that word in capital letters twice, says Daniel. So then maybe that's the one I need to start with. Because who knows if I'm going to get to the other. I'm going to get there twice before. Yeah. I am interested. I don't think I've read Dune. I think the first audiobook I tried to do on Audible was Dune, and the reader was so bad that I got about, I don't know, an hour in and just hated my life. So I stopped it. I know I've got some stuff from Frank here. What did the rest of you give me? Oh, here it is. I got to find the Facebook group. Facebook.com/First Cup of Jeremy. All right. We got jokes from other people. Yay! I'm so thankful. Okay. Where do ninja zombies train? On a training course. That was from Stacy. Also from Stacy. What do vegan zombies eat? Grains. That's amazing, Stacy. That's a phenomenal. Oh, and there's another one. What's a ninja's favorite Halloween game? Hide and Ghost Seek. The vegan zombies one is pretty. I may use that one today. I've been trying to incorporate these jokes just into general life. I have no problem dropping them on sales calls or client meetings. Just, hey, would you like to hear a terrible but tasteful, not tasteless joke? We're like, yeah. Like a dad joke? Absolutely like a dad joke. They're like, lay them on me. I may use the grains one today. I bet I can get some serious laughs. I'm pumped. Okay. We've also got material from Frank and from Matt via Jenny. What do we got? All right. We're going to work back and forth on these. Regarding Dune, Daniel says, I bought the books after I got home from Dune as I realized I hadn't read it either. Well, I'm going to guess, because Dune's kind of if I remember correctly, a long book. I'm going to guess that the movie has to take some liberties with the story, as most movies do. It probably leaves some parts out. So having not read the book in this case might be an asset for me. I might like it better. I don't know. We got 3 from each. We'll alternate this way. Frank says October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. In 2021, an estimated 281,550. That's a big number. New cases of invasive breast cancer will be diagnosed in women in the U.S., as well as 49,000 new cases of non-invasive breast cancer. Let's just keep rolling through these facts, and then I'll respond to all 3. This year, an estimated 43,000 women will die from breast cancer in the U.S. Breast cancer is the most common cancer in American women, except for skin cancers. It is estimated that in 2021, approximately 30% of all new female cancer diagnoses will be breast cancer. And that's rough, and it sucks. And I'm not a woman. We know this. I don't have breasts. We also know this. It is very unlikely for me to get breast cancer, but the possibility is not zero, believe it or not. Men can get breast cancer. What is the number one? I'm sure, I can't imagine women don't know this, but I'll say it just for the sake of completeness. Hey, Google, set the heat to 55. There's something you haven't heard me say in a year. What's the number one thing?
Setting the heat on hallway to 55 degrees.
To keep yourself safe, regular mammograms. Now, the other thing that I will tack on, one of the things that we do not talk about in modern society is that cancer is essentially a lifestyle disease in the same way that heart disease is. The more crummy food we eat, the more oxidation that's going on in the body, the more likely free radicals develop, the more likely the body is not able to stop cancer before it gets started. Believe it or not, there are rogue mutant cancerous cells going on in all of our bodies pretty much all the time. Why doesn't cancer progress? Because the body's able to fight it off. But if there's too much for it to deal with, it can't. So all the same rules for being healthy apply to prevention of cancer. Now, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be concerned, get mammograms, all that stuff. You should. But the reason I say that is because I've heard people present cancer as an inevitability. Oh, I've got cancer on both sides of my family. It's just a matter of time. No, it's not. Are you more likely? Yes. There are genetic elements to it. Is it a guarantee? No. Not even a little. It's not even a little guarantee. So just keep that in mind. Okay. And coming back over here. So here's the stuff from Matt. Say someone is testing to a new rank that comes with a title like Master, and the association only uses that title. If you did not want that title and wanted to propose another like Sensei, how would you go about doing such? And how would you handle it if you were told no? So this sounds like it kind of continues on. We talked about the notion of Master as a title. Was this last week, 2 weeks ago? The idea of incorporating a new title is unlikely to be accepted by an association. If you see a problem with that title, say the title of Master or any other title, and your association does not, by proposing a new title, you are unlikely to get them to accept it, because that means in order for them to accept it, they have to agree that there is something wrong with what they do. Probably not going to do that. If you want a non-problematic title, if you see that title as problematic, I think the easiest thing is to retain the title that you have now. Now, in a lot of the Taekwondo schools that I know, prior to using the term Master, they're using either the Mr., Miss, Mrs. What do you call those terms collectively? There's a name for that. I can't remember. Maybe somebody can drop that in the chat for me. I would like to be reminded. Or, as I am familiar, the term sabum would be roughly equivalent. I see sabum is kind of equivalent to Sensei, and Master or sabunim as more like Renchi Shihan, right? Like kind of in there. And then you've got Hanshi on the Japanese side and Grandmaster. And I'm sure that there's a Korean word for that I just don't know. So I think the easiest thing is just keep whatever you are now. If you don't want to be Master, just remain whatever you are. And that is probably, if something ever changes, which, and I was honest about this when we had this conversation. I'm not actively training in Taekwondo anymore. I'm not opposed to it. It's not what's happening right now. But let's say in a few years, I end up back there and I'm actively training in Taekwondo. Or my Taekwondo instructor says, you know what, it's important to me, that I promote you. Let's get you active again. Let's do the things we need to do. I would attempt to remain Mr. Lesniak, which is the title that I've had in that space. Because I don't want the title of master. It's not. Just because I disagree with it doesn't mean I'm disagreeing with it for other people. And we could have a long-standing debate about that. But I disagree with its usage for me. It does not fit my view of martial arts. And that's okay, right? Because my view is not necessarily yours. I had a conversation with somebody about that yesterday. The idea that I do what works for me, and I don't expect that that is the right thing for someone else. Everyone needs to do what's right for them. Yeah, Daniel says honorifics for like Mr. and Mrs. I think it works there, but I think there's a better term. I can't find it. It's somewhere in my head. I'm just not sure what it is. There's a word. Somebody knows it. Somebody will tell me. I'll probably get an email later today. If you were to create your own style of martial arts based on your current knowledge, what would you call it? That's an interesting question. Who am I giving this information to? Lately, people have been asking me, what do you train? What do you do? Well, I do a lot of different things. Yeah, but okay, fine. If you're going to pin me down, I see myself first and foremost as a karate practitioner. Why? Because that was the first martial art that I trained. It is the one that I've trained the longest. And if you have followed along when I have, actually, we tend to do this on Martial Arts Radio more, if you use the analogy of language for martial arts, everything I do in martial arts comes back to my language that is karate. When I learned brush, grab, strike, it was, okay, more or less outside forearm block, shuto, back fist. When I learned Taekwondo, those were modifications of karate techniques for me. My root is still karate, just in the same way that I can speak some Spanish, but my brain is still translating from English to Spanish. I am an English speaker. I'm a native English speaker, right? I'm a native karate practitioner. That suggests I'm from Okinawa or Japan, which of course is not the case. But I think you know where I'm going there. And I think that that's the case for most people. Whatever they start training with tends to be the lens that they look upon the rest of their martial arts training. I've known a lot of people who, even just a couple years of training in one style and then training something else, they had a hard time, especially if it's something that's only slightly different. Dramatically different is, I think, a lot easier. Apparently, according to Stacey, Google and Wikipedia agree with Daniel. So Mr., Miss, Mrs. are considered honorific titles. Okay, there we go. Daniel says, well, TKD is modified karate, runs and hides. You know what? It is. It is. If you know the history, you know that it is. Taekwondo is not thousands of years old. Karate is not thousands of years old. These are things that people saw and they're like, oh, we're going to do this. Taekwondo, it was rooted, for some, it's continued to evolve, but ITF Taekwondo is still rooted in Shotokan karate. How do I know? Compare the forms. I don't know too many Taekwondo practitioners who've also trained in Shotokan karate, but I have. Doesn't make it any less valid of an art. And we've got an absolutely phenomenal question to end on today. High five or low five? Always high five. Always high five, not the low five. When was the last time you low fived someone? Remember that in the 80s? High five, low five, outside. Oh, I miss that stuff. I miss the simplicity of being a child and having exchanges like that and them being significant. I try to bring that energy in to people who will let me. Most people won't. Oh, look at chat's blown up. Frank's suggesting the term prefix. Maybe. In my mind, a prefix is a piece, is the first part of the word. But I suppose it could have other definitions. I don't know. I might have to go do some research like this. Daniel says, never a low five, always too slow for a low five. Stacy, what? Jeremy, I'm shocked. They are not thousands of years old? Laughing. Yeah. And Matt and Jenny are now laughing. Maybe we need, this might be dumb, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't do it. I think we need to think about this. Should we have an official whistle kick handshake? Some kind of funky bow, fist bump, hug, tap your feet together, something. Should we have a whistle kick handshake? I don't know. That would be interesting. These are the kind of ideas I come up with at 7 in the morning. Jenny suggesting high foot like Ninja Turtles. I was thinking of that too, but if we're going to have a handshake, it has to be something everybody can do. Frank, remind me, I want to talk to you about something. There's something that I want to bring up on the show, but I don't want to bring it up right now because it's a bummer, and I don't want to send everybody into the weekend on a bummer. Okay. Stacy says, the logo looks like elbows bumping. People have seen so many things in that logo. They're like, oh, it's a person kicking. Sure. Oh, it's a W. It's a K. Sure. You see what you want there. It's a Rorschach test. Could make a Thursday episode of this handshake. Andrew, I want your feedback too. It's a JL. There's so many things in there. All right. I hope you have a great day. I hope if Halloween is something that you're doing, if you're dressing up, I hope your costumes are fun or scary, depending on your intention. If you have children and you're taking them out, I hope that that's a lot of fun for them, and I hope you have fun doing that with them. Halloween has always been my favorite holiday, mostly because it's the least commercialized, and it was an opportunity for me as a kid to be expressive in a way that most of the year people wouldn't let me. I was everything from the Grim Reaper to a paleontologist to a knight to a pirate to like a 20s gangster to, that's all I remember. I'm sure there are others, but have fun. Enjoy the weekend. And I'll see you back here on Monday. Leave me some stuff. I'll go drop a post in Facebook for you to leave comments under. Thanks for joining me, whether live or in person. I appreciate all of you. And remember, if you want to support us, you got ways to do it. Patreon.com/whistlekick and the code FirstCup15 for whistlekick.com. If you're coming to free training day, grab a shirt. All right, everybody. I appreciate you, and I will see you back here on Monday. Take care. Peace.